Hello. Hi. This is, you can see below, the Smile Revolution with Princess Wow, and I am Princess Wow, also known as Mindy Fradkin. And this is my 87th show. And guess who wants to come and say hello today? Tiggy. Tiggy wants to say hi to everybody today. Because Donna always asks me where Tiggy is. Well, right now she's right near me. Okay, so we're in the kitchen. It's Hanukkah, the 6th day of Hanukkah. And, well, I grew up Jewish, and I love the Jewish food. Potato latkes I'm making today. I made them for the first time actually yesterday. I tested it out before the show. So I'm not an expert, so bear with me, but this is my second time making them ever in my life. And let's see, my sponsor today, the Maverick Road. I've got these smile earrings there. Aren't they great? I love them. They are so fun. And guess what else I got there? If you've never seen my show before, they're based in Woodstock, New York. It's a new store. They just opened, I think, a few months ago. And it's in line with what I'm doing because it's all about bringing more joy and uplifting. And I got my gratitude cards. Oh, you can't wait to make, Lori can't wait to make latkes. Tiggy, yes, Tiggy came on. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It's not hard, but it's like a little tricky. Okay, so let's see here. Wait a minute. Okay, so if you know, if I don't know who's watching, if you're Jewish or you're not Jewish, I know Donna Cohen-Vertel is. Here's the menorah. So it's the 6th day, and Friday is the last day. I'm honoring all the holidays this year because, you know, some people are in quarantine, some people aren't, a lot of people are home, and I don't know, it just feels this year much different than other years with holidays. There's no holiday parties, and it's all about hope and lighting these candles. I've learned, yeah, it's all about hope and bringing light in the midst of darkness. So it's so wonderful to be lighting the menorah this week for everybody who is in the world. And so a little bit of the history. It's the 8-day Jewish celebration known as Hanukkah, or Hannukah, commemorates the rededication during the 2nd century BC of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, where, according to legend, Jews had risen up against their Greek-Syrian oppressors in the Maccabean revolt. Hanukkah, which means dedication in Hebrew, begins on the 25th of Kislev on the Hebrew calendar and usually falls in November or December. Often called the Festival of Lights, the holiday is celebrated with lighting of the menorah, traditional foods, games, and gifts. And potato latkes, Donna, do you know? I don't know where that came from, eating potato latkes, and also jelly donuts. Maybe Donna knows where that came from. I'm not sure. And then there's also the 4 other Hanukkah customs include playing with 4-sided spinning tops called dreidels and exchanging gifts. In recent decades, particularly in North America, Hanukkah has exploded into a major commercial phenomenon. Well, nothing's really that commercial right now, largely because it falls near overlaps with Christmas. It remains a relatively minor holiday that places no restrictions on working, attending schools, or other activities. So it's not one of the high holidays. And according to the Talmud, one of Judaism's most central texts, Judah, Maccabee, and the other Jews who took part in the rededication of the Second Temple witnessed what they believed to be a miracle. Even though there was only enough untainted olive oil to keep the menorah's candles burning for a single day, the flames continued flickering for 8 nights, leaving them time to find a fresh supply. This wondrous event inspired the Jewish sages to proclaim a yearly 8-day festival. So that's how this all started. So that's really good to know. Okay, now I have my pan. I have 2 different recipes I'm working on with. Shelley Lipton, a friend of mine, sent me a recipe last week. And then King Arthur Baking has another recipe. So I'm kind of combining both. You can either fry it in a frying pan or bake it in the oven. I baked it last night, and then today I'm frying it in a frying pan. So I'm only making a small batch for myself. So I posted one of the recipes online because Donna said, wait a minute, right, it's the oil. You cook foods in oil, right? Okay, thanks. That's right, because it's all about the oil. Okay, so I'm doing, as I said, I grew up Jewish. My family's Jewish, but I had a rare incurable blood disease in the late '80s, and I was healed in another manner, and so I went in that direction. But don't hold it against me. I feel like bad about saying this because some people could be upset that I'm not actually Jewish now. Okay, so now let's see here. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm still figuring all this stuff out. Okay, here we go. Now you can see me. All right, so I did, because I'm only doing a half of my recipe. I did 1.5 potatoes, and we're shredding it. And then I'm doing a half of an onion, okay? And then we do, for Passover, you use matzah meal, but it's not Passover, so I can use flour. And then 1 egg. I'm doing an egg, onion, salt, flour, and vegetable oil. They say to use vegetable oil, not olive oil or anything, though. For the latkes. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to sing my Smile Revolution song, the short version, while I'm doing this, because now I have to shred. I do some of the shredding ahead of time. And then after you do the shredding of the potato and the onion, you have to take a cloth, and you have to squeeze out the water before you put it in a pan. And so I'm going to do that next because it gets really watery. And okay, so here we go. I walked into a cafe, smiled at my friends. They all smiled, and I realized I passed it on to them. The people who saw us smiled at our friends. They all smiled, and we realized we passed it on to them. Yes, a simple smile will do, round the world and back to you. It's called the smile revolution that goes round and back to you. So smile, 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 a simple smile will do. Smile, 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 it comes back to you. So don't forget to smile. Oh, and I'm wearing my Smile t-shirt today. I just got these in, and then see the back? The balloons, and it says, may you give and receive many smiles. So I have these now for sale, and the short sleeve, and the mugs. Where's my mug? Here's my mug. It's a happy mug. I love it with the orange handle, don't you? It's fun. Yeah, the shirt's great too. If you want a shirt, they're available now I'm working on getting them on my website, so I just created my e-commerce website, but I have to learn how to do it and put everything on there with the photos and everything. So I'll get it done in the next 2 weeks by the end of the year. But in the meantime, you can email me or message me on Facebook, and I can get you one or two, whatever you want. Okay, so anyway, so what we're doing now is squeezing the water out. Okay, I'm going to go to the sink. So you have to do the squeezing, or I can do it over a bowl. Oh, wait, no, what, this bowl? So we still have to put, okay, there's 1 egg, and then I'm doing a tablespoon of flour. I'll just do it here just because doing it on the show is totally different than doing it myself. But anyway, okay, so I'm squeezing out the water. Right, Donna? I wonder if Donna, have you ever made latkes? I'm sure Donna has. Don't you think? I think so. I'll find out in a minute. Okay, so I squeezed some water out. My onions are I'm starting to tear. Okay, so now, I've already heated the oil. I put the vegetable oil, like it's like a quarter of inch, I don't know, oil. You have to put a lot of oil in it. Okay, so what we're doing now is I just dumped it in with the egg. Now I got to do a tablespoon of flour, or you could do matzo meal, or let's see, my other recipe says you can do it with, hold it one second, cornstarch, potato starch, or matzo meal, okay? But my other recipe says I can use flour. So I'm halving the recipe, so I'm only doing a tablespoon. Okay, doing that, and then salt and pepper. All right, let's just see. They said you can put, I don't know, the potatoes, like, I don't know, I'm just dumping in the salt. Not just to put that much in. Well, no, it's probably fine. They said that the potato, it soaks in with the potatoes and salt. Okay, now, and then I'm going to show you, I don't know if these look any good, but I did these yesterday. These, just so you can see, they're not burnt, it's just they're dark. My first attempt, okay, so don't be hard on me. They're first attempt of making them. They tasted good, and you put sour cream or on top, or applesauce. It's really good with sour cream and applesauce, or applesauce. And then I love this from Trader Joe's tomato spread. Believe it or not, this tomato spread is incredible, and it goes really good on top of it. I discovered yesterday. So, okay, so I'm stirring this up, and then let's see. Oh, Richard Skipper says hi. Oh, okay. Let me see what, at the time, all the time, I don't bother squeezing water. I'm just left with it at the end, the liquid. Oh, you make it all the time. Oh, it is really good. Oh, okay. Vicky said, shared for you. Okay, thank you. All right, wait a minute. Hold it one second. Oh, here it is for my, I'm giving you information on my, if you want to order a mug or a t-shirt or both. Yeah, so I just got all this in the last few days. So just, it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure out how to do my e-commerce site to get everything on there. So you can just, so people can just order on my website. Or you can also go to my website, and you can just email me there too, because you can contact me from my website, mindyfredkin.com. Okay, so Donna makes this all the time. It's actually really good. But Donna, do you make the donuts too, the jelly donuts? All right, let's see if I can do this. I'm like a little nervous. I haven't done this before on the stove. I just did it on baking. I baked it yesterday. All right, let's see. I'm a little nervous now. Oh, God. Okay. All right, here we go. Because I didn't do this like this yesterday. I like to test it out before I do it on my show. But here we go. Oh, my God. Donna might need to give me some pointers. I don't know how long to do that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so, all right. Okay, here we go. I'm on medium. Okay, here we go. All right, I've got my thing. Okay, so we're doing that. I've got some good quotes now for you. Okay, now, and this is Maverick Road, her information. And then, if you want to donate to feedingamerica.org. Okay, now, I've got some good quotes. Once in a while, the donuts. T-shirt looks cute. Like your hair. Yeah, I just had my, thanks, Laura. I just cut my hair cut 2 inches yesterday. And I'm going lavender. Okay, Donna says once in a while the donuts. Okay. All right, now what I have here is, okay, all right, good. Okay, great. I'd like to try donuts. I've never done donuts before. All right, now the next thing I'm doing is, hold it one second. I'm like having fun with all this stuff. Okay, now, okay. I found some quotes. Okay, Whoopi Goldberg. When you are kind to someone in trouble, you hope they'll remember and be kind to someone else, and it'll become like a wildfire. Whoopi Goldberg. All right, let's see. This is actually kind of fun. You know what? I think I like doing this better. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. I think we're okay. Wait a minute. I'm turning it over now. All right, let's see here. Okay. I think maybe I like it better frying it. Okay, so that's one. Now we've got Saint Teresa of Lisieux. I will spend my heaven doing good on earth. And then Angelina Grimke, I don't know who that is. I trust the time is coming when the occupation of instructor to children will be deemed the most honorable of human employment. And Irma Bombeck, when humor goes, there goes civilization. And then Pavlova Picasso, youth has no age. We're all ageless and eternal, even though it seems like we're getting older. Okay, this looks good. Anybody want to come over for Latkes? All right. Well, I'm going to have a Christmas show, and I'm going to have a New Year's, and maybe I'm going to do a New Year's Day show instead of New Year's Eve. I'm thinking I may do New Year's Day instead. What do you all think? Oh, God, I just got the oil's hot. Well, anyway, let's see. I'm going to go back to my comments now. Okay, now, Anne Frank. Do you know who that is, Anne Frank? She was Jewish during World War II and Hitler time, and they were quarantined in their house. And she was, I think, a teenager when this all happened. Yeah. And she said, and she was quarantined, afraid of, they couldn't leave their house because of the Nazis. Think of all the beauty still left around you and be happy. How's that? Beth Mendy Coney, angels fly because they take themselves lightly. I like that too. Now, how are our latkes doing here? Let's see. I think maybe I need to cook them a little bit longer, but I think they look pretty good. They look better than my ones from yesterday. My yesterday's look too dark, actually, but it was my first attempt. All right, let me see if you can see them. I think they look better than the ones I showed you. Can you see them? Yeah, they're lighter. I think they're going to be much better. So anyway, let's see. I have one more thing here. Let's see. What do we have here? Confusion or depression cannot survive in an atmosphere of joy. Joy makes one trustful, knowing nothing of lack. That joy makes one loving, recognizing that there are not merely particular instances in which to express joy. So even in a pandemic, we can look for the good, and we can also just be joyful just because we're here. We're still here. You've inspired me. Oh, good. To give latkes. Okay, good. Yeah, they're actually, well, I love potatoes, don't you? They're actually looking pretty good, and they look much better. I'm sorry I showed you the other ones. The other ones look terrible now that I see these. These look really good. But I think I'm going to go get some applesauce because, I mean, they're good with sour cream, and I love it with my tomato spread. You should try it. If you go to Trader Joe's, the tomato spread. It sounds horrible. It's amazing. It's good on like almost everything. It's not too sweet. It's like, I don't know. It just has this amazing flavor. And it's really good with latkes with sour cream. So here Laura has, I like doing this. This is fun, putting up quotes. So anyway, I think that's my show today. So go make some latkes. I posted one of the recipes on my Facebook page. And if anybody doesn't see it, let me know. And so, yeah, I think that's my show. And Friday is the last day of Hannukah. It's 8 days. And I have a dance party Friday with Steve Kalilich. I know I've been promoting him a lot recently, but he's my new friend. He's like super inspiring. And he's like, it's like going to church, listening to him, his music and his poetry and his spoken word is amazing. So anyway, he has an album called Scrambled Eggs. And it's really good and really rocking. And I'm going to play one of his songs and do a dance party Friday. So I hope you all can come. And I love you all. And I hope you're doing well and your family's well. And happy Hannukah if you celebrate. And happy holidays. And even though there's no holiday parties, I'm still doing my show. So I feel like I'm glad I'm able to do this for you all and for myself as well. And one more thing. See who wants to say goodbye. She did come in and say hello to you today. Miss Minnie Mindy wants to say hello and goodbye and wish you all well and hope you can have a good rest of your day. We're supposed to have a big snowstorm here in New York. We'll see how many inches we get. And I love you all and be well. And I'll see you Friday. Bye.